Every day, we're bombarded by superfoods, detoxes, and conflicting diet trends. The noise is deafening, and the truth, it's buried under a mountain of headlines. We spend our lives searching for the perfect diet. We read the labels, we buy the promises. Yet we are more confused than ever. Is juice a health drink or just liquid sugar? Is bread the enemy or a staple of life? We're searching for clarity in the chaos. It's time to stop the guessing game. We've looked at the data and followed the evidence back to the source. We've unmasked the marketing tactics designed to keep you buying. It is time to look at what is really on your plate. Supplements and protein bars are laid out like evidence in a crime scene. What are they actually doing to your body? We are connecting the dots between what you have been told and what the science actually says. 12 common food myths. One goal. The absolute truth. No more noise, just the facts you need. From the hidden sugars in your morning coffee to the secrets of the grain industry, nothing is off limits. Today, we are exposing the noise of modern nutritional advice. Are you ready to see the real story behind your food? We begin our investigation with the one question that has defined decades of dieting culture. Do carbs actually make you fat? Let's unmask the truth once and for all. Let's start with the one that made people scared of bread, rice, and pasta. The myth is simple: carbs make you fat. And it sounds believable because when people cut carbs, they often see the scale drop quickly. But a lot of that early drop is water weight, not pure fat loss. Carbs are not automatically the problem. The real issue is usually portion size, food quality, and total calories over time. A plate with rice, chicken, and vegetables is very different from a huge takeaway meal with sugary drinks and snacks on top. So the answer is not to fear carbs. It is to choose better carbs more often, control the portion, and pair them with protein and fiber. Carbs are not the enemy. The context matters. But carbs are not the only thing people misunderstand. Next, let's talk about natural sugar. Honey, brown sugar, maple syrup, and coconut sugar are often treated like the healthier option. And to be fair, they do sound better than plain white sugar. They feel more natural, they look less processed, and the packaging usually makes them seem like the smarter choice. But the truth is, natural sugar still counts. The amount still matters. A small spoon of honey in porridge or yogurt is not the problem. The problem starts when natural becomes an excuse to use as much as you want. Because your body does not ignore sugar just because it came from honey, syrup, or coconut. It still adds to your overall intake. So the better way to think about it is simple. Natural does not mean unlimited. Use it for flavor. Do not treat it like a free pass, because when it comes to sugar, the source matters less than the amount. But sugar becomes even easier to overconsume when it is in a drink. Next, let's look at orange juice. Orange juice has one of the healthiest reputations in the supermarket. It looks fresh, it sounds natural. And because it comes from fruit, most people assume it is basically the same as eating an orange. But it is not quite the same. When you eat a whole orange, you get the fiber, the chewing, the volume, and the fullness. When you drink orange juice, it is much easier to consume quickly. One glass can contain the juice from multiple oranges, but without the same fiber or the same feeling of fullness. That does not mean orange juice is evil. It just means it is easier to overdrink than most people realize. And that is the important difference. The whole fruit slows you down. The juice goes down fast. So if you enjoy orange juice, keep the portions sensible. But if you want the better everyday option, eat the orange. Because sometimes the healthier looking choice is not bad. It just is not as good as the whole food it came from. And that brings us to another drink with an even bigger health halo: detox drinks. Detox drinks are marketed like a reset button for your body. Green juices, detox teas, lemon water, charcoal drinks. The idea sounds simple: Drink this, and your body becomes cleaner. But that is not really how your body works. You already have a detox system. Your liver and kidneys are working all the time to process waste and filter what your body does not need. A drink does not suddenly unlock that process. Most of the time, detox products work because they make you eat less for a short period. So you might feel lighter, you might lose some water weight, but that does not mean your body has been magically cleansed. The better approach is less exciting, but far more useful. Drink enough water, eat enough fiber, get proper sleep, move your body, and give your liver and kidneys the basics they actually need. Detox drinks are not always harmful, but they are usually overhyped. And speaking of things people buy because they think they need them, let's talk about supplements. Supplements are everywhere. Protein powders, vitamin gummies, pre-workout tubs, fat burners, greens powders, capsules for energy, focus, sleep, digestion, immunity, and almost everything else. And the marketing is powerful. It makes you feel like if you are not taking something, you are already falling behind. But the truth is, supplements are not magic. They are exactly what the name says, supplemental. They can help when there is a real gap, but they are not a replacement for food, sleep, training, hydration, or consistency. A scoop of powder will not fix a poor diet. A capsule will not undo weeks of bad habits. And a fancy bottle does not automatically mean your body needs it. For some people, supplements can be useful. Vitamin D, creatine, protein powder, specific vitamins if you actually need them. But most people do not need a cupboard full of products to be healthy. The basics still come first. Eat enough protein. Eat a variety of whole foods. Sleep properly. Train consistently. Drink enough water. Then, if something is missing, a supplement can fill the gap, not become the foundation. So before buying another tub, ask a simple question. Do I actually need this, or have I just been marketed to? Because health does not start in a supplement aisle. It starts with what you do every day. And that brings us to another label people trust without thinking. Low fat. Low fat sounds safe. It sounds lighter, cleaner, healthier. And for years, that one phrase was enough to make people trust a product. Low-fat yogurt, low-fat snacks, low-fat desserts, low-fat everything. But here is where it gets confusing. Fat is not automatically bad. Your body needs fat for hormones, brain function, absorbing certain vitamins, and keeping meals satisfying. The problem is not simply whether a food has fat, the problem is what replaced it. Because when brands remove fat, they often need to make the product taste good somehow. So they may add more sugar, more thickeners, more sweeteners, more flavorings. And suddenly, the healthier option is not as simple as it looked on the front of the packet. That does not mean every low-fat product is bad. Some are useful. But low fat by itself does not tell you if the product is actually better. You still need to look at the full picture. How much sugar is in it? How filling is it? What are the ingredients? And does it actually help your diet or just look healthy on the shelf? Because healthy eating is not about fearing fat. It is about choosing the right foods in the right context. A handful of nuts, some eggs, avocado, olive oil, or oily fish can all fit into a balanced diet. So do not let one label do all the thinking for you. Low fat does not automatically mean healthy. It just means low fat. And that brings us to one final product people trust almost instantly. Protein bars. They sit in gyms, supermarkets, petrol stations, school bags, desk drawers, and the message is always the same. High protein means healthy. But this is where marketing does a very clever thing. It takes one useful nutrient and makes the whole product look better than it really is. Because yes, protein matters. It helps with muscle repair. It keeps you fuller. And for some people, a protein bar can be useful when they are busy, traveling, training, or struggling to get enough protein from normal food. But the word protein does not cancel out everything else in the bar. Some protein bars are still high in calories. Some are low in fiber. Some are covered in chocolate. Some are filled with syrups, oils, sweeteners, and ingredients most people never actually check. So the real question is not, does it have protein? The real question is, what else comes with it? Because if a bar gives you decent protein, some fiber, and actually keeps you full, it can be a useful option. But if it is basically a dessert with protein added, then treat it like one. That does not mean protein bars are bad. It means they are not automatically healthy. Read the label, check the calories, check the sugar, check the fiber, and do not let gym-style packaging make the decision for you. Because once again, the problem is not the food itself, it is the story being sold around it. And that is the pattern behind almost every myth in this video. Carbs were blamed without context. Natural sugar was given a health halo. Juice was treated like fruit. Detox drinks were sold like magic. Supplements were made to feel essential. Low-fat products sounded healthier than they really were. And protein bars became fitness food because the wrapper said so. But food is rarely that simple. The truth is usually not found on the front of the packet. It is in the context, the portion, the ingredients, the habits around it, and whether the advice actually helps you eat better or just keeps you confused. So the next time a product, trend, or influencer tells you that one food is the problem, pause for a second. Ask what they are leaving out. Because the problem is not food. The problem is bad food advice. No more noise, no more guessing, just the facts you need. This is Food Unmasked. And now I want to know from you, which food myth fooled you the most? Drop it in the comments, because I guarantee someone else watching has believed the same thing. If this video helped clear up even one confusing food rule, hit like so more people see it. And subscribe to Food Unmasked for more food myths, marketing tricks, and health claims explained without the fear-mongering. No more noise, no more guessing, just the facts you need.